drafted? It's possible. You know? Because they could draft you women now. Okay? They passed that equality bill that you people wanted so much. Women could be drafted into the military. And a lot of women will be drafted into the military to fight World War III.
They gonna need bodies, man.
They don't need, as long as you can aim and shoot, they gonna need you, man. You know? But as far as the brothers that believe, you ain't gotta worry about that, man. Alright, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai gonna provide a way for you to escape, as the scripture says. You know, that shouldn't even be a thought in your mind. Alright?
Yeah, the Lord said it's going to be Jacob's trouble, but he should be saved out of it. That's all you really need to know. I mean, you don't got to sit, you can ponder about how you're going to be, think of all these scenarios and sit. All you need to know is the Lord's going to deliver you out of it. That you're going to be alright.
Yeah, questioning your salvation if you truly believe is a demon, man. Okay? Because when that demon comes, you should counter that with the scriptures. You know, oh, a troop's coming at me. Well, the Lord promised he's going to give you spiritual power. Oh, what if you put me in a female camp? Hey, the scripture says to be thou faithful unto death. Okay? You got to be willing to let it go. You know? To lose your life for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua's sake. Because look when the Lord told Abraham to sacrifice Isaac. He didn't say, oh man, fuck, no. He said, all right, I gotta do this. He was even telling Isaac, like, look, we're gonna go sacrifice it. And then Isaac was like, well, where's the lamb? Abraham was like, yeah, the Lord's gonna provide a lamb.
He did.
And he did.
He did. Said he looked up,
yeah.
There was a goat caught in the thorns, or a ram.
Yeah, it was a
ram caught in the thorns.
Which a ram is a sheep. Right. You know, it's a full-grown male sheep. You know, he didn't know that, but he just had faith. Like, look, I gotta just do what the Lord said.
He said, hey, the Lord said, he's gonna fulfill his promise.
Yeah. And look at that. You know, the Lord, you know, showed Abraham, you know, his power.
The Lord showed his righteousness too, and his mercy.
Yeah.
It's like, look, I was successful.
So what I was getting at is you might have your hand in the guillotine, like, fuck you, do what you gotta do. And he dropped the guillotine on you, or whatever he does to you, and it backfires, it don't work. You know? You remember Luke Cage, that Marvel TV series? Alright guys. Where they're shooting at Luke Cage, lighting him up. And the bullets are just bouncing off of him, man. You know? Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai gonna do that, man. You got the brother Manatazak. He always does those illustrations, those videos, where it shows you Esau coming in, shooting at a brother. You know, and the brother got spiritual power and the bullets are just flying off of him. Or the bullets stop in midair like the Matrix and fly back at them. That's gonna happen. You know? I heard them talking about how they're gonna make they're planning on making a Dragon Ball Z movie. You know, which a lot of brothers watch Dragon Ball Z. And they show you in Dragon Ball Z how they had spiritual power. Not just to kill their enemies, but there was that one, I don't know if it was The Return of Frieza or The Revenge of Cooler, where Goku was fighting, and then they kill that baby bird, and then Goku catches the bird and brings it back to life.
Yeah.
You know? Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai will give power unto his elect. And yes, the 144,000 is the elect, but also the 1/3 is the elect. You know? 2/3, man, you're gonna die. You know? You're gonna die. That's what we're out here for, is the elect, man. Nobody else.
Well, that's why you got to continue to do the videos week in and week out, right? It's because this is something that has to constantly be repeated. It's not something that can be, you know, put down or dropped or put away or sat on, you know, because you got to keep your faith alive. You have to keep your belief alive. You have to keep yourself talking to the Lord. You have to keep your faith alive, man. Just keep the candle lit, you know. That's why we're out here. It says no man take a candle and hides it under a bed.
Yep.
Like you don't light a candle and then put it somewhere where you can't see the light of it. So it's like you know. So we keep it lit. And that's all we're doing, man. We're just keeping the spirit alive, man.
Yep. And it's a curriculum. It's an ongoing same thing until it comes to pass, man. Until all things are fulfilled. We don't preach the same thing. You know, all one Ratazah. Okay? We ain't gonna tell you that the mark of the beast is a microchip. Then a week later from now, tell you that it's an embargo, man. You know? That's nonsense. Or tell you the name of the Lord is Yahweh Bashin Yahushai, and then it's, you know, I don't know what the, remember what the, well I do, but it's like, I can't pronounce it, you know? It's hogwash, man. Listen, this is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
Alright, and it's not tarrying, man. I mean, the vision is speaking now. Just us doing this work, that's the vision speaking. Israelites waking up, the truth going out, alright? These wars and rumors of wars, natural disasters, Esau ruling the world at the end of the world. This is all the vision speaking for itself. You know, all this technology. I was talking to somebody the other day, right? And you know how they say, like, the technology that they show you today is like technology from 20 years ago that they're just now releasing to the public. And this dude was talking about that, and I was like, you know what, to be honest with you, bro, with the way AI is and how smart AI is, I doubt that it's fucking 20-year-old technology, bro. We're probably like 100 years behind by now, man. Because it said knowledge shall be increased, bro. So, who knows what these motherfuckers are doing? Esau, Edom, and these nations are in these underground labs and these secret sites, these secret places, man. Doing crazy shit, bro. Doing crazy shit. On some fucking Alex Jones type crazy shit, bro. Some motherfucking
Star Trek,
technomancer, cyborg, you know what I'm saying? Like, they worship AI, bro. They are a motherfucking religious cult. Their god is this technology, bro.
oh yeah, that's Esau's blessing. You know, that tech is his fucking weapon.
Yeah, they worship this tech, bro.
Yeah.
And so do these nations. That's why they're all into it too. Hey man, you go to Iran, don't fucking think Iran is a bunch of towel heads over there with fucking walking around with sticks and rocks. No, they got McDonald's and Burger King. They got all that shit over there too. They got skinny jeans. They got all that shit too, bro.
They got drones and robots and all that.
It said all these nations have drunken of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. As much as they want a death to America and burn the flag and all that hibbity jibbity fucking bibbity swibbity they do, like they do hate America, but at the same time they still dealing with these American corporations, bro.
Yeah, well, it tells you in Revelation 13 that they whose names were not written in the book of life shall worship him.
But it also
And
says,
the heathen's names ain't in the book of life.
right, and it also says, they that have eaten thy bread, they the wound under thee, lay the ambush. And so that's talking about all these motherfucking nations have drunk from Esau's cup one way or another. Alright? And that's why that Israel wants to go to war with Iran so bad, because they want to centralize that bank over there, because they want to, they want to bring about that microchip to them motherfuckers too, man.
Yep. They want to destroy, the leadership of the people and set up leaders in their government, which government means mind control over all nations. This is Ezekiel 28. The word of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai came unto me, saying, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God, I sit in the seat of God, in the midst of the seas. Yet thou art a man, and not God. Though thou hast set thine heart as the heart of God, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee.
Right, man. Yahweh Shai gave him that understanding, bro. This dude Esau is able to do shit that's straight out of sci-fi movies, man. He's really doing this shit, man. The elite, them high-level fucking scientists, and these high-level dudes that are all up in these inner circles. All right. Yeah, they're doing things, bro. They're doing crazy things, and they got this fucking AI. You know what I mean? This pretty much what they're taking orders from.
With thy wisdom and with thine understanding, thou hast gotten the riches, and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches, and thine heart is lifted up because of thy riches.
Right, because this is the most spoiled nation on earth, man. We living good compared to a lot of other countries, man. Shit, man, you shitting clean water, bro. But that's all going to be brought to naught, man. It's all going to be brought to nothing.
He says, Therefore saith Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, because thou hast set thine heart as the heart of Yahweh, behold, therefore I will bring strangers upon thee, the terrible of the nations, and they shall draw their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom, and they shall defile thy brightness.
Right, man, because this place is going to get flooded by other nations, bro.
Yeah. You see all the refugees they're bringing in from all over these other countries? Sleeper cells, man. There's countless Spetnas here. Countless Gurkhas, sleeper cells, agents,
espionage, insurgents. Yeah, this place is getting ready. It's going to be ambushed from the inside out, man.
all those gangs they're bringing up to the borders of Venezuela, El Salvador.
And then,
Come on, real quick.
oh yeah.
They were saying, the governments out there were saying that a lot of these dudes, they're military men. Okay, they're not no regular criminals and low-level gang members. A lot of them are actually high-ranked military officials, man.
Right.
And they're giving them these visas with money on them. Bro, who's to say they ain't buying hella guns to use? Hella weapons to use? Especially, they go and link up with the cartels to bring in other good, big weapons.
Well, we know how Esau does it. Esau will, hey, look, he'll make a manifesto, all right? He'll make a doctrine, create a cult. That cult will become a terrorist organization like Antifa. We know what Antifa, bro. Let's take Antifa for example. You go to the Antifa website, they have a whole doctrine, bro. They have a whole motherfucking religious cult, dog. Well, they read that and they believe in all this shit, you know? Esau knows how to brainwash motherfuckers, bro.
The CIA stands for Center of Intelligence Agency. Okay. This is
It ain't like these Edomites are actually loyal to America. I mean, they know America's not a real nation. Ain't none of these fucking rich ass, none of these officials gonna go down with the shit, bro.
That's right.
That's why I say everybody gonna flee to their own land. What you think? Donald Trump gonna start a world war and shit goes down? They gonna Donald Trump ain't gonna be in America, man.
Yep. This is Isaiah 19:2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. It's like the brother mentioned, you know, Antifa. Well, Antifa's left wing, and then you got, you know, the right wing. It's all set up for people's different opinions and point of views. But when shit gets out of hand, they're all gonna clash, man. It's gonna be a civil war. Okay, civil unrest. It's gonna be racial, spiritual, you know, religious.
All the confusion.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be all the confusion fighting with each other, man. Because they all confused.
Yeah. And America itself, Babylon means confusion. Okay? So this place was already set for a fall, man. Okay? Real soon, man, this is gonna go down. That all coincides with Jacob's trouble, man. All hell breaking loose here in America, man. Okay? And then wherever you Israelites are scattered, it's going to be hell out there too. Okay? Because the Lord has a bone to pick with 2/3 of our people. Alright? It says, but he shall be saved out of it. That's talking about the Israel of the Most High. That's talking about you Israelites that actually believe and call upon the names. Okay? Which ain't too many. The Lord said, look, I've reserved 7,000. Alright? Which is a number for completion. But that's a remnant. That's a small number compared to the whole Israel. You know? You got billions of Israelites on the earth. But only millions are going to be saved. Okay? What is a billion is what? That's 1,000 million. Okay? That's a small number of Israelites that are going to believe and be saved. Like the apostle said, when the smoke clears and Jake comes down off the chariots, there's going to be Israelite renegades all over the earth, man. You know, that are in caves and stuff, eating rats and sacrificing to their Olmec gods, Aztec gods still.
Yeah, that's why I say anybody that ain't gonna convert, bring them hither and slay them before me, man.
Yep.
That's what's gonna happen.
God. No. Hey, when the Lord returns, He's looking for faith. Faith on the earth, man. Oh, you know where that scripture's at? Shall we find faith in the earth?
No, off the top of my head.
Nope. So that's what the Lord is looking for, faith.
Yeah.
This is Luke 18 in verse... I'm going to start at 6. And the Lord said, hear what the unjust judge saith. And shall not Yahweh avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them? I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth? And that's a question. It's Yahweh Shai himself speaking, red letter.
Yeah.
You know?
The Lord is going to find faith on the earth, man. You know? 'Cause there is an elect, as it says in the scriptures. Hey, man, I've reserved 7,000 men that have not bowed the knee to Baal. There's always been a remnant. There's always been a remnant that stays solid, man.
Mm-hmm.
That repents. That seeks Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man.
Yep. I don't know if it was Jeremiah. Yeah, I think it was Jeremiah where he was like, Lord, they're killing all your prophets. They killed all your men, all those that believe. He's like, and I'm left alone.
That was Ezekiel.
Oh.
Ezekiel said, I alone left.
Yeah. And it wasn't just him. Okay? You know? But it was just so many Israelites getting put to death that believed. It felt like that. You know? Hey, when shit hits the fan, alright, we ain't all gonna be together. You see? You ain't gonna have every brother in one spot. That'd make it super easy for you to just come through and just, you know? Now you're gonna have brothers that are together, you know? But the whole nation isn't gonna be together in one spot, man. We're all gonna go through, you know, different events, you know? Some of us are gonna go into, you know, these death camps, man. Some of us. You know, some brothers might be hid in a cave somewhere, you know? Other brothers might be good. You know, a whole city's gonna get stripped of people. One brother might be in a mansion somewhere chilling. Okay? It's all different scenarios. You know? But us understanding the scriptures, we know that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is going to be with his elect, man. No matter what you go through. You know? Even if you have to taste the sting of death, you're good, man. You just got to believe. Okay? You got to keep the faith. Hey, is the Lord going to find you faithful when he returns? You know? You got to worry about you and your faith. All right? All right. Yeah, so, hey, with that, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Harakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and our elders that rule well at Great Millstone. Until next time, Adonai Shalom.